The number one reason why you blow out a candle on your birthday after you make a wish is because people have been misinformed or are mean, especially the kids. And the sad part is that a flame is also another word for an angel or a messenger. And this funniest thing is you immediately blow out the candle. And that's why everybody knows that ain't none of our birthday wishes that never come true. Because when you extinguish the flame, the angel, you extinguish its ability to propel itself to get to a place to where it can actually attempt to help and make your wish come true. Because wishes are, there's a such thing. If there's a such thing as luck and there is luck, there's a such thing as a wish. And let me tell you something. You live in a magical world and you don't even know it. Oh man, the magic in this world is abundant, but it is being held back. And I ask you to seek and to try to find your magic. I found mine. I found my magic in who I am. Herman Hesse said that man's occupation is to find himself. Now let's examine that. Now, if I wanted to find myself, I could just go look in the mirror, right? And look at myself. Bam, there I am, right? Now, to find who I am, well, all I got to do is look at my ID and I know who I am, right? Right? That's not what Herman Hesse meant. What Herman Hesse meant is that you to look inwardly in yourself and understand that you are a being that, listen to this, and this is going to blow your mind, that has been living life for eons. Look up what an eon is. Even though you only got, if you're a teen, you only got teens. If you're an adult, you only got a 20s, 30s, 60s, 70s. But you've been living life and you are experienced. This is where wisdom comes in. You are a keen experience and old souls because you have been living life over and over again for eons. And it's always going to continue as such because that's what it is. It is you are to believe in reincarnation more do you believe in a going to a heaven. Because let me tell you something, heaven really don't exist. And in my opinion, heaven and hell are mind states. Because we could travel this world right now. If somebody wanted to, we could travel this world right now and we could find people who are living in heaven. And we could go on the other side of the track. You know what we find? People who are living in hell. Because hell is a mind state. But I'm going to show you how to get up your mind state. Use the flame. Use your angel. You see, in the Western world, we light a candle after the tragedy. But in the Eastern world, they light a candle for a blessing. And so that there won't be no tragedy. And you know, when you're looking at them Asians people or the Indian, do they automatically blow that sucker out and walk off? No, they let it burn itself out and let it do, and they throw it because putting it out your mind is going to further help it to do what it has to do. Is immediately as you put it out your mind, that part of your brain, and there are parts of your brain, is free to go and do what it has to do. Do you know what neuroplasticity is? The fact that when you go to sleep, your brain becomes highly, the waves start to become, you know what I'm saying? They start to function a little bit weirder, you know, wider, the beta waves and the thetas, you know, and they start, and the, you know, the doors, the neural pathways are opening and closing. And there's more, I believe I was told that there was more activity when you're asleep than there is when you're awake. And I'm gonna treat you with this one too. Remember, let's think about this song. Sweet dreams are made of these. This is a baseball card, and by the name, this is that guy right there, Denardo. My middle name is Denard. That's who I'm named after. Look at that, the schnoz, Jerry Denardo, crazy ass Jerry. And I digress, but yeah, I have digressed, but if you want to go back and continue that, I'm pretty sure the thought will conjunct itself within your mind if you are with me and you could figure out what I was going to say about it. Because use your brain. If you don't know how to use your brain is one of the most marvelous things in all of the universe. Do you know that? And check this out. If I induced you into a coma, and you can ask a medical doctor this, they'll hesitate in telling you that it's true. But yes, it is, because I've been in a coma, and I've been unconscious for a couple of days. The thing about being unconscious for a couple of days is that your body is able to regenerate your cells. The reason is able to regenerate your cells. Your blood cleans itself. It filtrates itself better when you're asleep, and that's why when you wake up and you have this feel good. That's actually your blood had filtrated itself. That is exactly how you are supposed to feel 24/7. But we got all this poison in this world, and we ain't gonna get on that. But that's what a flame is. So I want somebody who watches this video who has a child to try this one time. And I just had a vision. I'm a seer. I just had a vision that somebody was gonna try, and that they were just sitting around, and they thought to ask their child that they wish ever come, and the child said, yeah, it did. And then the thought's gonna conjunct, and then they're gonna see the truth in what I was saying. And you can seek me out. We could talk. I'm not an educator. I'm an educator in the fact that we are on a planet where each one literally has to teach one. Each one teach another, each one help another. When they came out on the news and they said, I think it was Lindsey Graham said, people, you've got to help yourselves. Did you know that the next day the crime rate went up? Did you know that the next day the unemployment rate started to fall? Did you know that the next day jobs were flooded with applications for employment? Because people went out there, but this is what it got cutthroat. Because people thought that this is what it translated to. Oh, we got to get out here. We got to get this. We got to get this. No, we have to help each other. Because right now, 570 people that run sit on the Capitol and the Congress, the Senate and Capitol, are governing over 350, and there was 350 million when I looked 5 years ago. I don't know how many it is right now. I haven't looked at the census. Governing. And I want you to put this in your head. That you are literally 7.5 billion people on this planet and rising. And I'm gonna throw this one at you. This is a doozy. Watch this video because I'm full of tidbit information. We got a war going on right now on the internet. Everybody talking about whether it's a plane or a planet, right? I want somebody to look this up. I'll look it up afterwards, and I'll add to it. But did Galileo Galilei go to the Medici's house and drop a ball and a feather, and a ball and a feather landed at the floor at the same time? Because use your logic. Use your logic. Now, everybody knows, everybody then threw a feather up in the air and then watch how a feather come down, and then everybody then threw a rock up in the air and then watched how a rock came down. How can this be possible? That's why, I'm just like, I don't know how. I have to look it up, and I'm just talking right now. But look it up because it's interesting. It makes me think, did they have, is the Tower of Pisa an anti-gravity chamber? Because the only way a ball and a feather can hit the ground at the same time is in zero gravity. Now, now my thought that could jump right there was, so, okay, if that's the case, then what am I trying to say? Because what did Galileo prove? What kind of scientific proof? Well, everybody knows that a rock weighs more than a feather, and a feather floats down and a rock drops to the ground. Tidbit information makes you think. But I digress. I want you to use your logic. And if you are not into questioning everything, you are missing so many key points. You're missing the point of everything. You see that? If you're not questioning everything, you're missing the point of everything. Because when you question something, it's going to give you its point. So you're missing the point of everything. And you're to question everything. And you're also to take all things into consideration. Because when you take all things into consideration, you come out at the end a more well-rounded individual and more affluent to being able to speak and deal with people, any kind of people, and any kind of level. After you've taken everything into consideration, whether it be religion, whether it be sciences, whether it be philosophies, whether it be poetries, whatever, whatever. After you've taken it into consideration. And the story I want to tell is the story about Lucifer, the angel Lucifer. And then now people don't know. This is okay. There's a cherub angel, a cherub named Lucifer. Now a cherub ain't no archangel. We all know that, right? We all know Michael, Raphael, are archangels, and Lucifer's a little bitty old cherub baby boy. Not even a baby boy. They picture him as a baby boy with his arms folded, because when you fold your arms, what you're actually saying is that what situation you're in right now you don't like. Oh, you're guarding your heart. But when God comes, what did it? Because the Bible is so aloof, but the story is out there to be filled in. When he look, God, we're not going to use God because God is synonymous with dog.